incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes, Aussie bourbon lovers sharing bourbon with Australia.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a good pop?
That was a good pop.
There was a lot of research and effort put into designing the cork so that we always had a good
That's good to know, because we love starting our episodes with a good pop.
Oh, Lucky Seven will always have a good pop.
Yeah.
There was a lot of effort put into that.
Amazing. Well, we're so excited to be at the blending house with Ashleigh Barnes, Master Blender. What a wonderful day.
I know.
In Kentucky, we've had an amazing tour. We've just done a bit of blending. It's been so much fun already. Thanks so much for joining us on the podcast, Ashleigh.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun.
Thanks for having me. This has been fun.
Yeah.
And
And
great.
what are we having? What are we?
So we are going to eat a bit of a dessert for our conversation here. So this is the New Yorker. It is finished in Amburana cask, which is a Brazilian oak. The trick with Amburana, though, is that when I got this, hey, we have 2 Amburana barrels coming. You need to do something with them. I was like, well, shouldn't I have been notified? But no. No, they're...
Work your magic.
Michael, yeah, work your magic. We got this coming,
Yeah.
work your magic. And I'm like, okay. So I researched it. I had never tasted Amburana finished. And it was at the peak of the craze that just happened. I feel like we're starting to die down on it. So I was like, man, this is going to be hard because people have had good, they've had bad.
Yep.
It's a even bigger challenge. And so I just researched the oak and it finishes so quickly. It's a very bold flavor. So I actually only finish on average 5 to 7 days in these casks. I start tasting at day 5 and I will pull the liquid out as soon as it hits a particular flavor. And I will put more of that same finishing liquid into that same barrel. And I will reuse that barrel multiple times. So even though I may only need 2 Amburana casks, but I'm going to reuse them until maybe I've got 10, 15, 20 barrels worth of liquid.
Still stays.
Because it's evolving. So by reusing those barrels, I'm coaxing different flavors out in a more mellow way.
Amazing.
So I blend going in to highlight it, but then I'm pulling it out at certain notes, at certain spots to blend coming out as well into the final batch.
Amazing. Well, cheers. I'm excited to try this now that you've said all that. Because I'm definitely someone who's had Amburana finish and went, well, there's too much of that on there.
Yeah.
This is
Some
so
people
well.
can be-
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have them in Australia, but Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie.
We don't have that. But I'm getting like a hummingbird cake or like a carrot cake.
Yeah.
Definitely hummingbird cake.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
We're going to have to get you guys some Little Debbie.
Yes.
Little Debbie pie.
We're going to have to get some Lucky Seven in Australia because this is...
Well, that's true too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have like extra suitcases.
Yep.
Oh,
definitely.
my goodness. That is lovely.
Creamy oatmeal.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yep.
Creamy's lovely. And that... So my sister used to work at the Cheesecake Shop, which is like a cake shop in Australia. And when they dropped them, she would be able to take them home after work. If you drop a cake, you could, it doesn't look great anymore. And so we used to get a lot of hummingbird cakes. They got dropped a lot. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
This is bigger.
I can't have that raw with a bourbon though.
I used to love the beautiful kind of
like cream cheese icing.
cream cheese on the top.
I like the cream cheese icing on
Oh
the
my
carrot
goodness,
cake.
this is in a glass, that beautiful, lovely dessert.
Yeah,
So
I like
good.
the hummingbird. That's a more sophisticated than the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie.
Is it? Okay.
But like everybody here in the U.S., you just have them as a kid. Like Grandma and Grandpa always have Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies, and they're just a very classic, instant memory from childhood.
Yeah.
But 100% hummingbird cake.
Amazing.
I love when I'm tasting
One
bourbon.
now.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good hummingbird cake in a while.
We have been talking all morning, so I feel like we need to make sure that people who have been listening to us for the first time now get some of the fun stories. So your background, you spent some time Buffalo Trace and Four Roses, and we're blending there, but your role here is to blend. So you take loads of different barrels and you make something delightful from it.
Right. So we are a headquarters for brands. 2 of our brands, Lucky Seven and AJ Curley, it gave us a home base, place we can be like, hey, come see the barrels and visit gives us a place to bottle and to blend and to monitor under one roof instead of having to travel all over. So Monica and I partnered with the Cutter Group to build this facility along with the rick houses, and 107 acres, and we've got state-of-the-art rick houses. We've got 7. We will have 7 completed in February, so I'm going to go on and say we have 7. Be 140,000 barrels on site, and for contract storage, and then we've got the blending and bottling facility. So, yeah, I'm master blender for the facility, but then we have the of course, the headquarters for these brands that I've been with since inception.
Yeah.
That, and came to me as an idea, and here's our barrels and our idea and what we want it to taste like. And in the E.J. Curley case, we've revived this heritage brand and please make it good. What do you want to do? Here we go.
So,
and as we saw this morning, you've been able to design like from the ground up yourself. So create things the way you wanted them created, like that amazing bottling line and just the different parts of the rick houses.
Yeah. So, cutters were, that's really their thing. But what inspired me and impressed me with the cutter designers, they took things and improved upon them. They weren't trying to change what we've been doing for hundreds of years, but just made it better and safer. And I think that's the key to moving forward in innovation, is to truly understand what we've been doing and what's going on. And that's what we did here. We talked about our staff and how amazing my team is. Like, to have a team that I can wholeheartedly trust and have faith in to do their job and go above and beyond and have quality standards that possibly surpass my own at times is just so fulfilling. And, I've worked with a lot of them before too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So, bringing that in and knowing they've got it handled, but they're also thinking, how can we do this better? I ran a bottling line at this facility for so many years. If we did this, our lives would be a lot easier.
Yep.
It would make it more efficient. And, that's what we're looking for. How is this going to affect us today? Cool, it fixes today's problem, but where are we? How does it affect us in 5 years? In 10 years? And to always be forward thinking and creatively. And we've done that from square one. I designed from the beginning and have allowed, I stepped back and said, all right, this is your area. What would you do?
And you get to do the magic behind the scenes and blend to make all this delicious liquid.
And then I can focus on this.
Yeah. What would you say the favourite part of your job is?
So one part of me is when I get to lock myself in this room and just evaluate barrels and blend and formulate and create blends. But I do have to say that the other side of me is to get to talk to everybody. Like what we did at Bourbon Festival is exhausting. It is the hardest working few days, but it's also the most fun that I looked forward to every year because I get to see people from everywhere. It's not just, I'm in New York and I'm at the travel bar and I'm doing this thing. No, it's everybody from New York, Australia, California, Texas.
Yeah.
I get to see all these individuals in one spot, and they get to tell me their stories of, how they've enjoyed our products or how they've done nothing but thought about it since the last time they were there and got a bottle.
Yep.
And to truly become my goal is to be part of the family. And those stories I'm part of their family forever. They were always have it. And from one gentleman, his father had passed away, but his kind of dying wish was the guy and his best friend had done this big fishing trip. They come up, they go through Kentucky, they go up to Michigan and fish, and then there's several stops on the way down. And his dad said, okay, I'm going with you this year. And he passed before he got to go. But he really, really liked New Yorker. So this year when they went on their trip, and I think this was their way back, they spent their time fishing, floating river, fishing, sipping on the New Yorker in honor of his dad.
Yeah.
We truly became part of their family and a part of that story. And those are the things that I could only hope to have established and create.
Yeah.
But that's what I want. I want to make bourbon that
it's so much
memories with.
More than just a drink. It's it's one of the reasons we fell in love with it is the stories and the people, along with the great flavors. But definitely those stories. It's amazing.
It's crazy, because we've spent the morning looking through, blending facility that was kind of made to your spec, a bottling line that's state of the art, the only kind in the world that can do amazing things here in Kentucky and around, and then in a rick house, it's doing unbelievable, like rick houses that we've never seen before. And we've not been in every rick house in Kentucky, but we've been in a few. And it's an incredible, what's happening here is unbelievable. But when it comes down to it, it's about the beautiful liquid you're making and the memories that it makes and the pours that it makes. And I'm a little bit curious about when you started to fall in love with bourbon. When did you kind of start to realise that was a thing that you wanted to spend more time around?
Probably while I was at Buffalo Trace. And so the interview process is where we learn, like, I don't taste things the way normal people do. I can taste things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And I started kind of attaching the compounds and how they develop to the flavors. But when Drew started teaching me some blending and Chris started teaching me some skills beyond the QC testing, I think it started to ignite a little bit of a fire. And then the first thing I really helped blend, truly be a part of the process and learn start to finish, was Elmer T's commemorative release.
Yeah.
And he touched so many people. There's not one person in this industry that met him or worked with him that doesn't have an Elmer T story. He still came to the lab a couple times, even when I was there. And when he passed, it was just, the entire place was solemn because he was such a nice guy. He had so much impact, and to do and be a part of his commemorative blend was just, the honor was, that kind of sealed the deal for me.
Yep.
I'm like, I can do this thing that I love. Celebrate the history, celebrate the science, celebrate the passions, but also celebrate the people and create those memories. Because people who are going to buy that, they're like, most of them have an Elmer T. Oh, he was at this bottle signing, or he did, and you're going to sit around and talk about all those memories and smile and laugh. And it was like, wow, I can make something that does that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so
amazing. Well,
not to get that deep.
Yeah. Well, it's this is what the cool thing about the stories is.
Yeah.
It's like it's the people.
Yeah.
And the,
I always write when people say I'm not gonna pour it because you signed it, and I'll write drink me.
Yeah.
But I told so many people, one of the best things you can do, especially if your memory's like a squirrel's like mine. And now if it's a bourbon, like a barrel of bourbon, I can tell you what number, or I hear a barrel number, I'm like, oh, that had these notes.
Yeah.
Just don't ask me to remember names. So, while we're sitting here sipping, like if we had just fresh cracked this, we would write our names and the date.
It's fun.
So then when this is empty, you look at the bottle and your memories are they're right there. And then you put like Mod Podge or something over it and seal it in so it doesn't rub off.
Fun.
And Freddie Johnson told someone, I remember because I was like, Freddie, of course that comes from him. But I told someone, like, do that. He's like, every time we crack a bottle and we're talking, it may have been Steve Beam or Stephen Falte, I don't know. I talked to so many people this past weekend.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, we signed it.
Yep.
Oh, yes. I'm going to start doing that because I've got Al Young, was a big influence on me and his storytelling ability. And of my family, I am not the storyteller. I'm the analytical one. But I really appreciate it. And Al was a great friend, so I have Al's 50, and then we always pour it. We're drinking it. I'm drinking it now. Anytime there's been something big, like the birth of my second son, or, some big thing with one of the brand,
Yep.
And now I'm like, oh, we should have written down. And I think I'm going to write the birth of the boys, but anytime I get it out and we pour it, I'm going to write who is there and what the date is on it. I was like, Al signed it to me.
Yep.
I'm like, nothing can ever. And I think that's why I also don't pour it as often, because I don't want to risk rubbing off his signature. But it was cool. There's always learn something.
Yep.
You never know everything. There's always something to learn.
Yeah.
So good. Well, thanks so much for your hospitality and generosity today. Thanks for creating incredible liquid, because we love drinking Lucky Seven and Curley products. So thanks for having us, Ashleigh.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.